So this upcoming playoff match is a big one. Matter of fact, it is 2 legs against the one, the only Manchester City, and this one has never been a good team for Real Madrid to face ever. We can go to recent years, 2020, knocked out by Manchester City. We can go to 2022, in which the famous comeback against Manchester City, and there's a reason why it's called a comeback, because Manchester City dominated Real Madrid in that game. We can go to the next year, 2023, in which Real Madrid got battered 5-1. And in the last encounter between these two was in 2024, the penalty shootout in which Real Madrid barely won that match, barely escaped. Man City was the dominant team in that match, and Real Madrid barely escaped. But in the big year of 2025, things have changed, and things might not be the same as they were in previous years. Because if you did not know, if you too focused on the Real Madrid bubble, Man City are in one of their worst states that we've ever seen them. Because they are in a bad situation. They are not even top in the Premier League. And their last match was a 5-1 defeat to Arsenal. Now, do you see how bad it is for Manchester City? They have not beaten a big club for this entire season. You go to the Sporting match, 4-1 loss. You go to the PSG match, 4-2 loss. You go to the Arsenal match, 5-1 loss. You go to the Manchester United match, a 2-1 loss. In this upcoming match against Real Madrid, I don't think we should fear Manchester City. I don't think it's the same as in previous years at all. And that is something I would have been thinking if Real Madrid were in good form. Because the thing is, as much as Man City are in a bad state, that doesn't mean that Real Madrid are just going to coast home and destroy Manchester City. Because we have seen Real Madrid lose 4-0 to Barcelona, 5-2 to Barcelona, 1-0 to Espanyol, and have been shaky in recent times. So we ask the question, are Real Madrid ready for Manchester City? Because many people ask the question, are Manchester City ready for Real Madrid? But my question is, are Real Madrid ready for Manchester City? Because just coming off a victory against Leganes, in which the team almost bottled that win over Leganes. But just because Real Madrid lost to Barcelona, and just because Real Madrid lost to Espanyol, does not mean that Real Madrid are going to lose to Manchester City. And I know I asked the question, are Real Madrid ready for Manchester City? And honestly, I'm going to say they absolutely should be. Because we have seen Kylian Mbappe reach top form again since this year began. We've seen Vinny Jr. in good form, Rodrigo in good form, Jude Bellingham in good form. And you are thinking that is so good, the fact that all the players are in good form. But did you look at our back line? Antonio Rudiger is injured, David Alaba is injured, Eder Militao is injured, and the only centre-backs that we have that are ready to play is Asensio and Aurelien Tchouameni, who isn't even a centre-back. And I have seen some scary reports about Real Madrid possibly playing Ferland Mendy at centre-back. And that to me puts fear into me. It puts fear into Real Madrid fans. How can a guy who can barely even defend properly at left-back possibly defend well at centre-back? If you ask me, Real Madrid should have truly invested in the January transfer window. In a similar way to Manchester City, because they have bought 3 players. Well, actually not 3, it is 4 players in this January transfer window. Now, of course, there are dangers to signing players in January. They are not at the proper fitness. They're not on the level of the club. And I understand the reasoning for not wanting to sign a player in January. But honestly, I think Real Madrid seriously should have signed a centre-back. There were plenty on the table that you could have even loaned. You could have even loaned a centre-back. But the thing is, Perez saw that David Alaba is back from injury. He saw that the academy players are also playing good with Raul Asensio. And the thing is, we also have Jacobo Ramon who could come in handy, but he recently made his first start for Real Madrid and he wasn't too impressive. And this is the fears that I have for this upcoming City match. Because if Aurelian Tchouameni gets injured or Raul Asensio gets injured, then we are finished. And you know, I'm speaking about injuries, but Manchester City also have a fair share of injuries. We know Rodri is injured, Jeremy Doku's injured, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, Ederson. These are big names in the Manchester City team, and with them being injured, Real Madrid too somehow have an advantage. But one of the biggest questions we have to ask is, how is the team going to play? How will the team play? Will they play the same way they play against all teams, which is just a basic play, basic way of attack? Or will Real Madrid use the same tactics that they used last year when they defended throughout the entire game at the Etihad? Are Real Madrid going to use that same tactics? Are they going to go all out attack? Or are they going to play it safe? Because using defensive tactics against Manchester City last year made plenty of sense. They were in great form, Premier League winners, in the cup final of the FA Cup, and were dangerous. But the thing is, this Manchester City team we are up against are not the same team. So it will be very interesting to see how Ancelotti uses the team, and it would be kind of hard to watch Kylian Mbappe sit back in defense. I don't think that is going to happen. You can't have such a great attack and then sit back and defend all game. I think that is ridiculous, and I think they are not going to do that. I think they are going to play the same way they always do, which is all out attack. And at the Etihad, this could go either good or either bad, because when we did this against Barcelona, we scored earlier in the game, but then got absolutely destroyed as the later stages of the match went on. And this is going to be the first time since 2020 that we're going to see Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe on the same pitch. Hopefully they stay away from injuries and we get to see the B-Tech Timu version of Messi versus Ronaldo. So you ask me, what is my prediction for this game? How will it end up? And I honestly have to say, I think Real Madrid coast home. And my prediction for the Etihad game is going to be a draw. I think Real Madrid draw that game, because I personally do not see Real Madrid beating Man City at the Etihad. And at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid will pick them apart, destroy them, and then we can go on to the knockout stages. When I see Real Madrid fans, when I see Madridistas look past Manchester City, it pains me, because I've seen Real Madrid fans do this and then get extremely disappointed. Because right now I will say Real Madrid is a team who can beat any team, but they're also a team who can lose to any team. But that's my prediction on what this game will bring. You guys in the comment section, tell me what you guys think. I would love to hear what your opinion is. Do you think Real Madrid goes home, or do you think that Manchester City can somehow beat Real Madrid in this game? But that's it for now. Up here is a new video. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.